So let's go ahead and let's move on to the next trailer, which is going to be for Middle Earth: Shadow of War. Okay, this one, just like Metro Exodus, is not going to be an Xbox exclusive, but it is, as far as we understand it, was being showed off on the Xbox briefing on actual Xbox One X hardware. Okay, or the footage was captured from One X development hardware. So, as far as it goes, we should be able to see and notice some sort of fidelity difference between this, and if Sony shows it off on their particular conference, there should be a marked difference. Okay, but what does that look like in the first place? Well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch it right now. Like I said, just in sync. If you want to follow along, just hit play when I count down. So we'll go on 3, 2, 1, and play.
How much are you willing to sacrifice?
Oh.
To suffer.
That's a fucking big spider.
Is that Shelob?
Yo, She-Bob was not that big.
No.
I know, I'm just saying.
I know you're fucking around.
Yeah.
That kind of reminded me of Limbo, for Christ's sake.
Ah, yeah. So what? Oh, that's the all-seeing are the stones.
Yep.
There's one ring.
Yep.
There's old boy, the man.
I know what you fear, Tony.
Oh,
And somebody came upon the One Ring.
Slave the mind.
oh man.
We must hold to our purpose.
It's
Well,
funny because
No matter what.
the scripture is blue.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I will not let them be slaughtered like
Or I can't remember from the original what's that, Shadows of Mordor, if it was a second ring that he had.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. So it's still the same ring that he had from the Shadows of Mordor.
A lot of it looks like it's going to tie to the movie a lot, huh?
Well, I mean, they're going out of their way to claim that it's really going to fill in some of the gaps in the storyline. But, you know, until we get deeper into it, it's really kind of hard to say.
Are they going to make a movie out of this? A trilogy?
I don't think the
They
Tolkien
did it
estate
for The
will.
Hobbit. I remember The Hobbit was a video game. And
Yeah.
it was a story. Then they made a video game out of it. Then the movie came.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know if the Tolkien estate will allow them to create a movie based off of it.
Whoa, wait! That ring, the ring that was on Sauron,
That I saw.
it was actually red.
But
Yeah.
that's when he puts
Red.
it on. When he puts it on,
It's red. But then when your character puts it on, it's blue.
but it was already blue before you even put it on.
Yeah.
So there's the one ring and the two ring.
There's a second ring of power according to how they set it up. Oh wow, a Balrog in fucking
Balrog.
armor?
Yeah. Wow.
So you have
Hey,
no.
look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Standard silver and gold edition. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much that one right there. All
So
right.
there is no one ring to rule them all. Then.
Damn. Wait, does the gold one come with the gold one ring, and does the silver come with the silver one ring?
I don't know. I really don't know. This is
Man. Shit.
this one right here. Although that's gonna kind of bring up something that surprisingly I did not hear a lot of, or actually anything of on the Microsoft E3 briefing. Phil Spencer did not go out of his way.
That's because the game was already announced. We just saw footage.
No,
Yeah.
I mean something else. Because the thing is that during the E3 briefing, they actually show a lot more gameplay footage than this.
Yeah.
But one thing that Phil Spencer did not mention at all during the briefing, he did not utter the words "games as a service." Okay, which I think he's just going to let all the individual publishers go ahead and handle that out themselves. But I'm just saying. So far this E3, I haven't heard much of that.
No, because I think he knew that Sony and Nintendo were watching, and if they would have announced it and the people wouldn't accept it, then
Yeah, see, they learned from their They learned their lessons from past. Okay, but, to get back on this trailer, like the Reverend said, when we were actually watching the press conference, they actually showed gameplay. So the Nemesis system is coming back, and I think it's better than ever. I really like that functionality on the Nemesis system. It was a very unique system where you could actually, if you hurt a what do you call it?
Like an orc captain or a leader or something like that, and you didn't kill them, they would actually come back after you.
With visible damage of what you've done, and then they'll remember you. And so that's coming back. And then also the dominate features coming back, where you could actually take over the mind of the orc. And what was interesting was that trailer that was shown at E3 was that the orc that he took over had a lot of flavor, had a lot of personality. It had a British accent, and it was really funny. It was actually comical, and he was cracking jokes, even before he was dominated.
What I remember from the first game, and I haven't finished it. I've only played through the tutorial. All right, was that when when you've dominated the orcs and everything else, you send them back into their orc place, and then they'll help you on your actual missions to go ahead and clear out like bases or kill other orcs. On this particular one, the whole thing seems to be that the main character has to build an army to try to go ahead and take over Mordor. So all of the orc captains that he ends up dominating, they actually end up being generals in his army. So there's a huge incentive to sit there and build your army as big as possible instead of just going out of your way and just clearing the captains out.
Exactly.
And killing all of them. So it looks like it's a big piece of gameplay.
So I wonder if what we saw in this trailer that we just watched a few seconds ago, wonder if those are mostly if that's just a trailer of cut-ups of cutscenes from the game.
Yeah, most of that wasn't gameplay.
Yeah, there was,
but they were game engine footage of cutscenes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was way too many things that were like set up too perfectly in order for it to be actual gameplay. So
in that gameplay that we actually we did actually see what was it, a setup, the HUD and all that. So if you guys haven't got a chance to look at that the gameplay video from E3, please do so. It's worth your time.
Again, and this is another one of those games that Microsoft went out of the way. They really used it to go ahead and showcase the power of the new console coming out. We are really going to see what sort of difference that makes come Sony's presentation, and when we see whatever they go ahead and decide to show off. If they decide to show off anything from Shadow of Mordor, or Shadow of War, or if they decide to go ahead and show off Metro Exodus. Because the thing is that here's the thing: if we leave it up to the publishers themselves and their individual booth demonstrations and their trailers, they're going to be using whatever the best hardware that's out there, anyways, to go ahead and show off those trailers. So, I mean, they may not even decide to use Xbox One X soft hardware if they think that's not the most capable thing. All right. Again, buyer beware. Are we ready to go ahead and move on to the third one for this particular? Okay.
Yep.